What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to our Digimon playthrough. When we left off yesterday's little escapades, we kicked the shit out of a big pony. We also defeated a guy with a long ass beard. We met up with Rina and all of that good stuff. Today we're heading down to Akasuya. Is that how you pronounce it? Asakusa. Something like that. We're going down there. I'm also going to take you guys through some new Digivolutions. And yeah, let's get this episode kicked off. Alright folks, so welcome. Come in. Get yourselves warmed up and at home. It's extremely cold in Scotland today, so I hope that wherever you are in the world you are nice and cozy. In our lineup of Digimon, here is what we have. Now, a couple of things have went down after yesterday's episode. I did a bunch of grinding today, over on my bed at my big TV. Let's see, I'll talk you guys through some of this because that's what you're interested in. So McBug, he was very, very low level. He is now up to a very, very, very respectable 62, level 62, which means that all of his other stuff is looking pretty good as well. I don't think he's picked up any more substantial skills, but he is definitely stronger. Now, one thing that we came across in the last episode was that our data types were not good enough. We didn't have any data types other than butters, so there's a couple of things we're going to do right now to rectify that. So obviously, Chuck, Charlie, blah, 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 Happy Gilmon, they're all fine. Now, Alphonse, he was actually in... Now, let me think. He was in Datamon, wasn't he? Now, I digivolved him backwards into Gardramon, and now he's in... Alphonse, where are you? Alphonse was inside Gardramon, then he went back into this guy, which is obviously Andromon. And now we're going to digivolve him again. Now, I don't know how useful Alphonse is going to be moving forward beyond this point, but yeah, I thought rather than keep him in... or rather than make him go back into Machinedramon, we would actually explore some of the other options that we could potentially do. So check out this guy. This looks like a heightened version of Andromon. Not entirely sure what his name is, but I will throw it up on screen for you guys rather than have you guys constantly correct me down in the comments. Because, yeah, this is a Digimon Let's Play and we should know what fucking Digimon we're playing about with. So, Alphonse is now in this new form. Didn't expect this, but he looks very, very cool, very, very badass. He remains in vaccine mode and he is obviously electric now. Let's move Alphonse along to one of our islands. We can stick him in here. Now, this is actually a good opportunity because Ravemon was a Digimon we picked up. She is Mega, and she came from Crowmon, I believe, or something like that. I didn't know this, but I started training up Ravemon because she can actually Digivolve again into this little chapper. Now, I don't know who this is. Some of you guys might, but for the time being, we're going to leave her on the farm because her speed is requiring to be a bit higher. Now, she will eventually gain those speed stats and she's on the way to it, but for now, we're going to leave her there. That might be another Digimon that we might want to use at some point in the future. Other than this, I think we're pretty much good. Oh no, here's a good point to talk about. So, Yang and Yin, alright, these two ladies. Alright, the very lovely Anjuwumon and Lady Devimon. They're looking insanely badass. Their API is up to a really, really high point. All we're waiting on at this point before we can fuse these guys is that Yang needs to gain a bit more attack and then she is good to go. So if we look in here, we need an attack of 120, camaraderie needs to be 100%, and Lady Devimon's camaraderie needs to be 100% as well. Those last 2 points are so easily fixed, we can just throw meat at them in the farm, pardon the pun, and they will be good to go soon. So that's pretty much it. One other thing to very, very quickly talk about is that I was thinking about fusing Banjo Leomon together with our Happy Gilmon here. Now, Happy is obviously in this mode here, and he is very, very close to being able to fuse. In fact, I think we could actually do that right now if we wanted to, into who I believe is Chaosmon. Now, I was going to do this, but at the same time, I was also thinking about keeping Happy around for de-digivolving him into one of our sort of night modes. So one of our, like, what they called, like one of the Holy Knights or whatever. I feel like I'm getting that name wrong, but who cares? You know, like Gallantmon or somebody like that. At some point, we have Gallantmon as our thumbnail. We're definitely going to get him, but for the time being, Happy's probably just going to end up chilling. I don't know if we are going to move him into Chaosmon or that, but do you know what? You guys let me know what you fancy doing down in the comments, and I'll listen to you guys on this one. If you really want Chaosmon, we can totally make that happen for tomorrow's episode, but for the time being, that is all. Other than this, Puddles, actually, is the last thing to talk about now. Puddles actually was in Marine Angemon. Now, as Marine Angemon, she was pretty amazing in the team. She was very, very good, but at the same time, I wasn't quite happy with her. I felt like she was too squishy. She was another healer. She was vaccine, and obviously we already have like Charlie and stuff like that. So what I actually did with Puddles here is I got her up to level 65, where she picked up her one of her most important skills. It wasn't her highest one, but she actually picked up let's see, what is it? Was it Final Aura? It was Final Aura, sorry about that. And yeah, once I acquired this at level 65, I de-digivolved back down here to Waymon, and now Puddles is actually ready to digivolve again. So we could make the decision of going into Placeon again, but I also want to have a look at this. Now, I think this is Metal Seedramon, unconfirmed, but unless Metal Seedramon is not in the game, I would thoroughly expect this to be who this avatar is. So let's actually find out. And I've got another reason to talk to you guys about afterwards. So yep, absolutely excellent. This is Metal Seedramon. Now, a couple of you guys have been talking about this down in the comments, which is really good, because I always get a bit of insight from a lot of you guys. Puddles in this mode as Metal Seedramon is like, it's not as good as Placeon, okay? But one other benefit of having Puddles in this form is that she or he is currently a data type. Now, we needed datas. And there is one more thing, actually. I've just realised, holy shit, there's actually so much to get through here, but we're good. We're getting to the end here, guys, I promise. Having Puddles in this mode, he is only level 1, but he will grow, and hopefully this will be a substantial replacement for our lack of data types. So that's, I mean, you guys fire away, discuss, and tell me what you think down below, and maybe we can alter that in the future. We had a Metal Garurumon, ladies and gents, and we de-digivolved him back down to Chirinmon or Chirizimon or whatever its name is. It's the, you know, the thing that eventually digivolves into Kentorosmon. It's the little silvery kind of fox-like guy. I actually chose or made the decision to, rather than wait around for the Kentorosmon digivolution, I decided to digivolve this guy back down the line of, like, I digivolved him actually into Metal Greymon, then into War Greymon, into Renamon, and then I went back up the Renamon lineage, which was a roundabout way to make this happen, but honestly I wasn't too fussed. Here we have a new digivolution option. It is Sakuyamon, and this is yet another data type. So we're going to make this happen. We're going to stick yet another data type into our party, and you know what, we actually have another Digimon who can go into Kentorosmon at some point in the future, so if we really want to do that, we can, but for now we're going to pick up Sakuyamon. For you guys that don't know, her passive is pretty good because she gains intelligence, which is really nice, and I think that applies as like an AoE boost for, or maybe it's not, maybe it's just for her, but at the same time her main ability is actually really good. It also undoes base stat boosts as well, so when we're fighting these bosses, hopefully we can actually debuff when some of these guys are going off the hook and going crazy with their buffs. So for the time being, that is pretty much all of our party in its glory. I will actually go into our inventory and use this Memory Up DX, which we picked up in the end of yesterday's episode, so let's do that as well. Sorry about all this chitter-chatter, guys. I get well hyped for this, and yeah, sometimes it takes me a while to talk through all this. So for now, our data types are quite weak, so we're going to have to replace one of these guys in. Let's bring across Happy for now and put him in. So we have McBug, Happy, and Charlie. We could probably actually take some extra guys with us. If I go in here and have a look, who do we want to bring across? We could bring across Alphonse as well. I know we just moved him, but oh no, we can't because he's in Mega Mode, so he's just going to have to sit tight. Alright, fine. I think for the most part, that is us. Let's just head on out. Now, it might be risky heading down the town with these guys in their current form. You know, we have a lot of level 1s in here, but honestly, I think we will be more than fine. We have some of our big guns like McBug, Charlie, Phil are all with us in the party. So yeah, let's go. That took us about 10 minutes to talk through some of that stuff. So let's actually get on with the story. So where was it we were actually going again? Maybe it was Asakusa. Of course it was. So here we are. Who have we got? We've got a bunch of soldiers. I guess they're not going to let us pass if we try and get... Yeah. This area is restricted to Defence Force personnel only. Please return to your home. So, as we talk to them... I was expecting to find Day and someone else down here, but it looks like we're actually just going in pure stealth mode. So let's do this. As we have done over the last few episodes, we're going to go into our ninja suit, also known as the stealth camo from Metal Gear Solid 4. And yeah, here we are. So we're going down into another digital shift, and we're back to this place now. Indeed. Alright guys, so what I think about when I pop into this area is the fact that the last time we were here, we obviously fought a big badass eater. Now if we're going to find another eater in here, I'm glad this time around we have McBug. We also have Phil as a death pen user as well, so maybe we will be okay. But straight off the bat, look at the enemies in this area. Excuse me while I close this door, we're going to make Charlie do his thing. But yeah. We have a PJ Leomon or Panjo Leomon or whatever this guy's name is. And we have 2 Piximon as well, which is quite an interesting fight. It's actually kind of exciting to see how much XP we'll pick up for beating these guys. But for now, let's see what else we can do. Not a lot of AoE on top of our happy here, so why don't we just polish off one of these guys? Will this be enough? Let's see what our boy can do. 1000 damage because it was ×3. Absolutely crazy. Now, one thing to note is that Happy's attack damage right now is through the roof. And the reason for that is because in order for us to digivolve into Chaosmon, which was, you know, our plan, and again, it still might be our plan. Let me know what you guys think, as I said earlier. But because of that, Happy Gilmon really needed an incredibly high... He needed an incredibly high attack stat. So that's something that we were working on, and because of that, his attack is now up at like 260 or something ridiculous like that. It's absolutely nuts. So when this guy pops off, he really does pop off, so that's exciting. I'm glad that Happy is still relevant in our team because he was a major team player from the start of the series. But yeah, Puddles and Sakuyamon, our 2 new level 1s, fly up the ranks to level 13, which is beautiful. Don't think they pick up any new moves, but other than that, we're good. Now, I think what we'll do is if we do come across, we've never been in this area before other than when we fought the Eater last time, so there are things in here that we need to explore. So let me just double check that there's nothing. See, like up ahead, there's a chest there. We can dive into that side passage and get that just now. But if we are going to fight against another Eater, I'm glad that this time around we do have both Phil and McBug for their Death Pen attacks. I like now that we're wandering around with our Mega Digimon. It's just like wings everywhere. Obviously, as these Digimon get bigger and bigger, they form, like, their form's just bulking out as they get stronger. Obviously, in comparison to, or in contrast, Marine Angemon got a lot smaller, but for the most part, our guys get bigger. They start developing, like, their appearances so that they get armor, they get glowing wings, they get big-ass weapons. It's actually so cool. I can't believe that we've actually gone to this part of the game, and such. I know it's not been a short amount of time because a lot of people will do all of the stuff that we've done over the past like month or two in a couple of days. You know, it depends how dedicated you are to the game and how much time you have on your hands, but I can't believe we've actually managed to put out an episode every single day, or I think it was, I don't know if we missed any days, but we've done quite a lot for our Cyber Sleuth Let's Play, and yeah, I feel like it's been a huge success, at least for me personally, and I think that a lot of you guys have been really good as well and interacting all the time and, you know, constantly leaving me feedback and all that jazz too. So yeah, feels really good and it's honestly super encouraging. So let's go along here. I expect we're going to come across one of our mini bosses here, which will hopefully open the door. Yeah, looks like we've got one here. We've actually got a Cherrymon and a Talmon or whatever this bitch is called. We actually just had one a minute ago, so it's ridiculous I forgot their name. But let's just mash through these guys real quick and then we can hit up the mini boss in the next screen. Sick. So we actually pick up 2k if you guys are interested in that. XP. Not amazing, but obviously our little guys will benefit, which is kind of nice. Our newcomers to the party, if you like. Let's see who we've got as our mini boss. It is just a Panjo Leomon. If that's how you pronounce his name. Who knows, who cares. We're going to wreck this guy's lights. Let's see how much DPS we can do. Now again, we don't have the data, so every time we come up... We don't have a data Digimon, so every time we come across one of these guys, we do kind of slack off a little bit. And we don't get the bonuses that we're used to, which is unfortunate, but honestly, we should be fine. Once we get our other guys trained up a little bit more, I think we'll be in a really good spot for taking on most people in this game, or at least before the end game, which we're thoroughly knee-deep in at this point. I actually don't know how much longer of the game we have, which is exciting, but at the same time, I feel like if we're just going to come across the end of the game, I won't expect it. We have obviously still to find out what's happening with Kishibe or whatever her name is, you know, Shrek and the boys. We need to finish off some of the other Holy Knights and probably find out, I don't know if we'll end up fighting King Drazo, but I would expect he's floating around here somewhere, but who knows, I'm just speculating at this point. let's head back around. We will check this other little side area and obviously do our last little thing here, and then we'll be on to whatever's waiting for us. Wait, is that actually something? Oh, I saw the X button there. Examon medal. Alright, sure. Let's see who we've got on this mini boss now. I think on this side, let's actually just run away from this fight because I'm not too fussed about it. Yeah, we can't escape. Last time we came across this little globe and done it the last time we were in this area, it was actually a Cubimon. But this time it is not. It is a Chirinmon, or whatever this guy's name is. Let me just confirm, because we've used this guy's name a bunch in this episode, and yeah, Chirinmon. That's his name. So I was kind of half right. Let's see if we can kill this guy pretty fast. Dark Roar. It's going to get times 0.5, but yeah, critical is really, really nice. And that's it, done. We open the gate. Let's see who we've got in the next area. Now, one thing I will say is, again, because we've lost puddles. Oh, here's a restore on Sakuyamon. Let's see what restore actually does. Now, Sakuyamon was our Metal Garurumon, as I said earlier. Removes all abnormal statuses from one battle Digimon. Well, that is pretty nice. Let's get rid of Gaia Element, because I don't think we're going to be using a level 1 spell at this point. Especially not with Sakuyamon. Yeah, because we don't have puddles when she is in either Huemon form or Marine Angemon form, we don't get that passive SP regen, which was actually really, really welcome and really, really nice. So we will have to eventually stop every now and then and top up our SP, but honestly, it's not too big of a deal. We can normally cast that, and it's only like one turn to do like an AoE heal. Because we've got lots of money and we have a lot of items, we should be fine. So before we head into this area, let's actually just top up our guys. Again, I should have done this right before I saved. That would have made a lot more sense. We will swap out Happy for Phil, and that way we have our 2 death pens. We have Charlie. Chuck is fine. I don't think these 2 guys, you know, our 2 datas, I don't think we bring them across just yet. I feel like if we go into a boss battle, they will get shredded ASAP. And even if, for whatever reason, the boss is vaccine, which I doubt, normally the eaters are, you know, normally the eaters are neutral anyway, so it doesn't really, our status advantages don't bother. I think we should be fine. Let's actually just go. Now, I really, really like how our squad is looking at this point with Grand Quagamon, Seraphmon, and obviously Mega, or what's his name? Fuck my life. Phil in his current form as War Greymon. Holy shit, that took a lot longer. So here we are. This looks like Arata's up ahead, which is quite cool because we haven't seen him in a while. Now we have our Death Pen abilities. I think we're as good as we're ever going to be. All of our items are good, and so are all of our abilities. So let's just dive in here straight away and see what's going to happen here. Again, we come across this kind of area that we have been in a bunch of times for our boss fights. Now, I don't know if that's like, I don't want to say laziness, but at the same time, we have seen this background a lot, and I don't know if it's because it's like a recurring place. So we are just going to get tossed straight into the fight. There wasn't a lot of dialogue there. I clicked through a couple of things, but at the same time, here we go. Straight away, texture field is going to wipe us across the board. But we do actually have Arata with us fighting, which feels nice. So what are we going to do first now? Charlie, it's your turn, so he's not going to be able to do much anyway. I don't have any AoE sprite recovery, I don't think. Do we? No, we definitely don't. Okay, so it looks like we're just going to res these guys one at a time. Let's use a sprite recovery on Phil, because he is going to be up next, and he obviously has his big Death Pen ability as well. What we need to consider is for this fight, when this guy throws out his texture field, he might actually end up cancelling Phil's normal strategy. So if you guys aren't familiar, we normally accelerate boost Phil for his next turn, and then we use Great Tornado afterwards, whereas I feel like we might be losing out if we do that. Now, I will use an attack charge field this time around because it is going to benefit our guys, especially McBug and Phil. Charlie's not going to care, but anyways, we have more than enough of these sprite recoveries to carry us for now, so let's just use this onto Charlie, because he is going to be up next. And then maybe we can think about doing some other buffs. Charlie doesn't do too much damage against this guy, so I'm wondering if we should actually put any more buffs on Phil. Let's just use Holy Light times 3 and see how much we can actually do to this guy. Yeah, 54. Always the same. Always the same against these guys. They take negative damage other than when we use our big abilities. Texture field happens again, which honestly is kind of annoying, but at the same time, what can we expect at this point? So I'm glad we didn't use the acceleration boost ability on top of Phil, because he would have lost it. I think, would he have? Who knows, but it's Phil's turn up next. Let's actually just hit this guy right in the face with our great tornado, as we do best. How much DPS can we get here now that we've got our buff and stuff? 641 is fine. So when Charlie's turn rolls around in just a second, we're going to use our sprite recovery on McBug, and then we're going to make McBug do his death pen ability. Again, have the buff Dimension Scissor, death penetrating attack, double plant damage to one foe, tends to crit. So on top of all this goodness, I'm pretty sure McBug's passive is that he gets extra plant damage anyway. So check this bad boy. Dimension Scissor, 785, very, very nice. And obviously there's no disadvantages to using that ability. There is no like missed turns or anything like that. It is just really, really good. So what I think we will do is Charlie, we could honestly recover Charlie, but he's not going to do much damage anyway. So I'm wondering if we just use like an SB capsule or spray. Yeah, let's just use one of these. This could be a waste, or it could be argued as a waste, but we have 10, and honestly, we're so strong at this point. We have so much money, we could just replenish them if we needed to. Charlie, we could also get you to pick up Phil with a sprite recovery. So let's just do that too. And hopefully, and over the next 2 turns, this guy won't use texture field on us again, but I mean, we can kind of expect that he will at this point. As long as he's hit, there's the crit for 1000 damage. Texture field comes through, alright, excellent. I need to check after this fight if we actually have a dot prevention item, because that would have been insanely useful. So here's Charlie back up. Charlie is going to be up next, Phil is going to be up next after Charlie. That's what I meant to say. So let's just do this. We're going to use this on ourselves because Charlie's turn doesn't really matter too much. He's just going to probably, in fact, with Charlie, I think we'll just... Is there any point? We could... Nah, let's just basic attack here. It's not going to do much damage, but honestly, we're fine. Arata's Digimon is going to do no damage as well, as always. Let's see who Milk Processor hits. So he's going to heal for quite a lot here. 247. But Phil is up, and he's got a lot to say about this fight, so taste the Great Tornado, my friend. And that's us. We've pretty much won the fight, unless McBug decides to miss his ability, because with Charlie, we're going to use one of our last sprite recoveries on McBug, and then we're just going to make him death pen and put this guy away, which feels awesome, because I remember there was a time long, long ago when these guys used to be a massive problem for us, but now that we have come a long way, we know the tricks of the trade, and our Digimon are also incredibly strong at this point. Not even bothered, guys, we're not even bothered. So 8000 XP and no yen. Let's see what's happening in the follow-up to this battle, because I'm guessing we're going to have some sort of interaction with Arata here. So we got 1000 CSP, which is nice, and a little cutscene. Let's see what's happening. So Wolfie, stop right there, says Arata. He kind of shouts at us. So, getting a bit unhinged here, my boy. Watch from where you are. So I don't know if that's a warning, or I don't know if that's a threat. But look what Arata's doing. Alright. So yeah. Dude, this is so reminiscent of Sasuke. If you guys haven't seen Naruto, one of the main characters, one of Naruto's best friends in the storyline, has this sort of, without spoiling anything, he has this moment where he decides he wants more power, and he takes a lot of negative things, and it kind of offsets the whole actual rest of the series, but Sasuke's kind of doing that right now. He even looks like he's got a fucking curse mark, which is just hilarious. This is the sort of thing I'm capable of now. This is the power Pseudo gave me. So I don't know why... I mean, he's even got the dark hair and the red eyes, man. This guy's full Sharingan. Anyways, I don't know why he's deciding to... Alright, okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. I don't know why he's teaming up with Pseudo. He obviously wanted the power, but as, like, almost immediately, from the moment he merges with the Eater, he looks like he's going to banzai on us. I mean, this dialogue right here, I'll eat you. More, I'll eat you. How wretched. So it looks like... Yeah, fantastic. I was wondering when this guy was going to turn up. So it looks like Arata is almost immediately going to turn on us, which is kind of worrying, because I thought that maybe for a while he would be fine and then maybe go off the rails towards the end. But anyways, Gallantmon turns up and kind of stops him in his place. I came because I felt a strange presence. I wasn't expecting this horrifying form that I see now. You're no longer a person. And what of it? Being human wasn't enough, so I just went beyond humanity, says Arata. I see. Then I must defeat you. I will at least try to be gentle, says Gallantmon. And here we are. We stand in front of Arata and we're like, yo, bro. We know you're here. We know you want to do wrong, Gallantmon. You have a fantastic shield, mate. It's beautiful. But we can't let you kick our buddy's ass, man. That's just out of line. Your actions only hasten his fall into darkness. You should know that his death would be a mercy. Quit yammering and come for me. If you're coming, I haven't tried the Royal Knight. I want a taste yet. See, earlier on in the episode when I called these guys Holy Knights, guys, I don't even know what the fuck I was thinking, but here we are. So we are just in this, it's one of these battles where it's just straight up Gallantmon versus Arata. Let's have a look at this guy because we haven't had a chance to play with him yet. He's getting so many turns. Level 50, 1500. We've got Lightning Joust. So we've got 140 damage to one foe, 30% chance of increasing defense, which is kind of nice. Shield of the Just, light damage to one foe, always hits and undoes any stat reductions. Don't know why you would want to use that. Why would you want to undo a stat reduction on an enemy? Not sure. Maybe I'm thinking about this a bit weird. Let's see what Lightning Joust actually looks like. Okay, well, that was awkward for being so gallant. Shield of the Just, I guess it means it reduces any debuffs on yourself, right? So, maybe it wasn't a coincidence that we missed first time around, because 2 misses in a row is quite unusual. Is Arata just got a super high evasion rate right now? Yeah, absolutely no way is this a coincidence. So we tried to hit him 3 times and we miss every single time. Let's use a gun. Not that this matters, guys, obviously. We're going to find out what is about to happen regardless, but let's actually just set this battle on auto mode until we see what happens next. So we miss with everything, and then Inspect Handler is Arata's move. Wow, this looks hella messed up. Didn't do too much damage, so it's just like a bit of back and forth between these guys, I think, for now. What matter of lunacy is this? Where is he getting this power from? I mean, was it power? Was it just speed? I don't know. He didn't look like he'd done that much damage to you. It's incredible. Incredible, says Arata. So he's laughing manically. He's loving his new form. As long as I have this power, and we step in between them once again. We must stop him here. The chaos will only worsen. I understand. I understand it all, says Arata. It's all so clear now. I'm not a match for you. Not yet. I'll have to eat more and more, and then we can meet again. I'll see you around. Is Arata just going to walk off? Are we just going to let him? Don't let him get away. We can't just let him do as he pleases, says Gallantmon. And off he chases him. Hey Wolfie, where are you? So Nokia rings us up. I like how we're just kind of left standing as if we're doing nothing, and Gallantmon just launches after Arata. I mean, these guys are probably in the next screen just having it out like motherfuckers. But anyway, Nokia phones us. She has no idea what the fuck's going on. Wolfie, where are you? Yuko wants to have a meeting. Come to Nakano. You look a little pale. Did something happen? Meet us at the agency. You can tell me about it all there. So yeah, I guess we're going to fill the lads and the homies in on what's actually going on right now. We'll save our game real quick. Alright. Alright, excellent. There are 5 Royal Knights. Like, I was just laughing because like they're obviously crammed into the cafe and Omnimon's just fucking hunched over on the breakfast bar just chilling like an absolute baller. Alright, nice. There are 5 Royal Knights left, says Kyoko. There is Examon, Leopardmon, Dynasmon, Craniummon, and Crusadermon, obviously Ree herself. Even the name sound stuff. Omnimon, is it really true that none of the Royal Knights she mentioned will ever come to our side? I'm afraid not. None would be our allies. We are bound to fight them all. Well, that sounds totally badass and I'm down. Sign me up. But other than Examon storming around Odaiba, we don't know where they are. Again, as always guys, if I'm butchering these names, forgive me. It's possible that Crusadermon might be in this place as well. Really? How do you know? Could it be that you've awakened your latent physical potential, Yuko? Well, I traced Miss Ree's computer. I found I was using an IP address. Alright, fantastic. No, I'm fairly certain it's likely to be Crusadermon. The Royal Knights can't ignore Examon in his amok state. They're probably thinking of a way to use him. Sure. In which case, Examon is the Digimon with the highest level of battle power among the Royal Knights. We must halt Crusadermon's movements, no matter what it takes. Now is when we should seek the help of the Royal Knights we can persuade to be our allies. That's certainly true. I'll seek their help. Leave it to me. Dude, I don't know about all the Royal Knights we've had with us so far. I kind of just like having Faye and Tiger Vestmon. Those like AoE buffs, they were good. Excuse me, but do we have an actual strategy for this, says Yuko? So the voice of reason, Yuko's like, can we kind of calm down a minute here? What is actually our plan? Seriously? Totally seriously? Don't stop. Tell me more. What a pair of idiots, says Yuko. Go with whatever plan you think will be best, says Kyoko. I'll back you up from here at the agency. As a non-combatant, I would only hinder you otherwise. Okay, planning meeting over. Let's get to it. You wanted to say something first. Yeah, have we actually told the guys about Arata just yet? Probably not. I guess this is it here. No way, I can't believe that could happen. Yeah, me neither, bro. Although we did kind of see it coming quite a while away. Gallantmon is after him. Yeah, that's not something I would want chasing me through the night. Gallantmon taking up arms against humans after claiming he wanted to understand them. We must consider the possibility that some rather frightening changes are happening to Arata. Well, I mean, dude, he's got a big psychotic, monstrous arm. If you saw it, you'd be kind of worried. That jerk of a hunk. So Nokia's obviously still got feelings for Arata, even though he kind of messes her around quite a lot. Let's beat him silly. Everybody gets one punch. That should fix it. Yeah, that ought to do it. Alright, I like that strategy. Let's do that. I wish I'll attack with all I have. But we should begin with a trip to Odabaya. Examon must be kept away from Crusadermon. So it looks like that is our new trip. Are we going to get a new location to access here? Say, Omnimon, next time, let's do this online, okay? Understood. I'd wanted to meet in a cafe, as Nokia had said, to better understand humans, but he's a little squashed. That's fine. That's what makes you totally adorbs. I don't think we can call Omnimon / Omegamon adorbs, but here we are. Diver City, Isle of Dragons. So this actually kind of answers my question, because I was unsure about who this Examon is that we're going to find, but obviously that is the massive dragon that came out of the sky, I believe. Let's sell our medals while we're here, because we don't do this as much. 2,000 because we were here quite recently. Do we get any bonuses? Yeah, what we got? HP sprays and SP sprays. Thanks, I guess. Sure. So, I guess we are just going straight down the stairs and outside into what is probably a new area. So let's do that right now. I don't think it matters which way we go, so let's actually just trundle along here. We could also check the board for new cases, but honestly, do we want to do that? I don't think so. Let's just carry on, because we're on a bit of a momentum roll at the moment with all of the stuff that's going on, and honestly, it's got me super excited. So let's just keep the pace going, because it feels good. So here we go. This is obviously where the dragon is roaming free, and it looks like this place is kind of messed up. Kind of looks like the village that I'm from in Scotland, but just kidding. Okay. It looks like you've arrived. Yeah, we certainly have. I've been monitoring the state of the digital waves occurring in various areas, but the values around Odabaya have suddenly increased. Or is it Odaiba? Don't know. As Sudo said, they had technology to control eaters using digital waves. In other words, controlling the eaters that's preying on Examon might allow for the control of Examon himself. Allowing them to take control of such a vastly superior Digimon would be a terrible blow to our side. We must prevent this from happening if at all possible. Sure. So here we are, and it looks like we get to explore, which is kind of nice. Not before we walk straight into a battle of 3 Ultimate Digimon. Now these guys are all virus, so Charlie is going to have his wild way with them. Let's see. Very nice. We almost got the perfect combo, but a little attack here from Phil will just polish this guy off. Let's see how much XP we get from this, because we've never been down this area before, and obviously the game's just like, yeah, here's a lot of Digimon at once. So 3.5k XP is actually nuts. If we were to bring our Platinum Sukamon down here, that's obviously 7k almost for every single battle that we do, which is crazy. Let's wander along here just now. I don't know if there's anything that we could miss. There's maybe like a medal around here somewhere. Here we've got Rust Tyrannomon and Metal Greymon. Let's just keep doing our thing. More XP. And we fully scan a Metal Greymon, so if we want to make Phil a little brother, we could always do that. So here we go. Is there anything over here that I want to investigate? I just don't want to miss anything. Nah, it looks like this is all garble anyway. Let's move on. I think what we're going to do is up here, we're just going to stop before we enter this area, and we're going to use an item. And heal up all of our guys who need healed up, because if we are going into a battle area, we want to make sure that we're in our best form possible. It's kind of SB that's kind of holding us back at this point. Not holding us back, but you know, it's something that we could definitely improve on. Let's bash out a save file here as well, and then see what's happening. Are we actually going to encounter the boss in the next area, or is there going to be a bit more puzzle solving to do? Guess that answers that question. This guy is fucking enormous. That thing's totally huge. Yeah, that's what she said, Nokia. Kappa. Isn't that against the rules? If that thing gets loose, Yuko. She just does a... And here's Crusadermon. Wait a minute. I think I know what might happen here. So it looks like Crusadermon's trying to negotiate with Examon here. But as we saw in the cutscene, it doesn't look like Examon is fully in control, or at least Crusadermon's not fully in control of Examon. Let's find out what actually happens here. Because I get the feeling this isn't going to end well for Crusadermon. Are we going to have to fight two at once, though? So we're actually just straight up on top of the building. I guess that was the building that it panned up to show us. 42 minutes into the episode, guys. I think we have to round up here. Which is honestly... Oh, fuck it. We can't do that to you guys. We can't do that. Let's go. Let's see what this guy can do. I'm not going to end the episode there. That would be far too bad. Miss Ree... Hey, I wouldn't have thought ears would have gotten to you by now, or would have gotten to you, yet you still cling to life. So that really is your true form then. That reminds me, this is the first time I've shown you this form. Allow me to introduce myself then. I am the Lord of the Nightmons, made from a deviant virus type among the Royal Knights. My name is Crusadermon, I shall snatch the shining rose of victory. Bitch, we know who you are, we gave you a fucking ass smashing the last time we fought you, and we're probably going to have to do the same again this time. This is indeed my true form. You're the one who controls the Eaters. You got into Kamishiro, aided Pseudo with his work to get what you needed, continued your preparations. You should be thanking me, says Crusadermon. My help revolutionised that research. Yet to think that controlling digital waves would produce this much power. This was a result even I did not expect. I'm shocked that Pseudo, no, any human could come this close to digital justice. You'd use that power to destroy innocent people? Why? How can you do such a thing, says Yuko. Innocent? Preposterous. So Crusadermon is firmly in the mindset that humans are a complete disaster, right? She just wants to wipe them off the face of the earth. I don't know if she actually believes that the whole Eater problem was because of humans, but the Eden network created by your father became the path, and his children opened it up. So yeah, again, obviously Eden was the digital space that gave the digital world problems in the first place, and here we are, hence Crusadermon's rage. I purged the sin of Eden's creator, Satoru Kamishiro. Other sins remain. And here we have a bit of news. Now, this isn't so surprising, but obviously it is actually confirmed for us here. Yuko, so it was you who killed my father. I'll never forgive you. Never. Yuko is in, she's in full try-hard mode now. Your humans are the ones who cannot be forgiven. How many times must I say it? Here we go. So, as if it wasn't enough for Examon to be a massive dragon with wings, horns, claws, and the whole shebang, he actually has a giant lance as well. Because why not? Examon, you won't forgive them either, will you? These howling, noisome, squirming humans. Rejoice, the sins of humankind will be burned away by Examon, the Dragon Emperor. Do you think you can stop that from happening? So we've got Discount Slither, the Sky Dragon here, is going to take us on. Are we actually going to have to fight Crusadermon at the same time though? I'm not sure. This is bad. We have to stop Examon. If we don't, the human world is done for. I'll totally work that out. Here we go. Yeah, boy! Alright, let's see. Now more than ever, we must all work together. So Magnamon, Gallantmon, Ultra Force Vidramon, and what looks like, oh fuck, what's his name? Swordy guy, Jessmon evolved in him when we were with Gankumon earlier. I forgot his name, but it will come back to me in a minute. I hear the voice of my true friend, says Gallantmon. Jessmon, of course. The greater our urge to protect the world, this world, the stronger we become. Rina is also fond of this world, and so I must not let it be destroyed. Well, thanks for that, Ultra Force Vidramon, I'm glad. Here we go. So we've got a 4v1. Are we going to get to join in on this? Wolfie. Omnimon turns up as well. So we've got the Mega Squad with us, which is really, really nice. With this much power in one place, we can do it. Here we go. How is this fight going to go down though? That is why I'm confused about. Have you not seen the boy? He should have been headed this way. Yeah, Gallantmon was obviously on the tail of Arata, so where has he went to? I see. He was steadily accumulating more power while evading my pursuit. I'm starting to think that the next time Arata appears, he might be a little more deformed than he was the last time. And I'm not just talking about that onesie. We'll have to get him next time. Apparently, we have bigger fish to fry. Big Slithers here is going to take a lot of our handful. So, but first things first, we fight together to stop Examon. Let's go. Alright, here we go, guys. It's big ass dragon time. And here we are lined up with the Royal Knights. Dude, this is fucking awesome. Let's go. Meteor Fall 3 is his first ability. Hits across the board, but you know what? It didn't do too much damage. This guy is a data type, which means all of our viruses are going to be super, super strong. So I think what we do... I don't know if we want to lose Phil, though. Charlie's going to be our healer. Do we try and bring out Chuck to begin this fight? I think we do, right? We could have happier Chuck. Let's try Chuck first and show him a bit of love because he hasn't been on the scene for quite a while. So here we go. McBug is up first. I don't think we have a chance in hell of poisoning this guy, so let's just dive straight into the Scissor Claw. What I could have done before... Oh my god. Oh my god. Did you see how much HP he has, guys? I should have buffed with Phil. I should have buffed with Phil before we left. So obviously we've got all the Royal Knights with us actually doing DPS as well, which is really nice, but... one thing I have noticed about this fight so far is that the camera is not actually panning around the fight, and it's probably because this guy is so big. Windclaw level 3 does 300 damage to Chuck, so Chuck is actually taking more DPS than I wanted. Let's try and use... do we try and use a guard break field? This would obviously be really useful if it actually works. No, it doesn't. Not even. This guy's just like, nah, not even close, baby. So that makes me think that we might not even be able to poison as well. Now, let's just, obviously Charlie, we should have swapped out Charlie. What was I thinking? Charlie should have been swapped out as well, but then he is our healer, so maybe that's why I kept him around. Okay, so we could final heal someone. Let's just use this on to Chuck right now. Not completely necessary because it doesn't, but my decision for doing that was if we had attacked with Charlie, it probably wouldn't have done any DPS anyway. So here's McBug up. I don't think we can poison this guy. Let's try it, just as a one-off. Venom Trap, 38, nah, too good to be true. Guard Charge Field is really, really nice, so we pick up a defense buff, which is incredibly nice. Gale-Storm 3. So up until this point... Oh, Charlie takes a lot of pain there, but that's fine. We can handle this. Up until this point, our main man Examon here hasn't done anything super, super frightening, you know? He hasn't done anything that has been, oh my god, that is his big attack, and that's going to happen at some point. Right now, he's just been using basic abilities that we've already seen in the game, mostly one type. Now, McBug, with you coming back up, we could put some buffs on you, but not on your turn. We'll use Charlie to do the buffing. Here's Dimension Scissor for 1400, very nice. But look how long this battle is going to last, guys. Maybe it was a mistake to dive right. Oh, here we go. Pendragon's Glory. 653 to Gallantmon, and then we have a pause in the fight. What's happening here? We won't be able to use ordinary means after all, says Gallantmon. It's no good. It's not working, says Jessmon. Xmon's getting away. So, we actually take a pause in the fight, guys. I thought this was going to go right on until this guy was low HP, but it turns out, here we are. Wolfie, I'll go after him, otherwise my master will be in for a beating. Or I guess that means he would take a beating from her. I'll go to, if we let him escape, Rena will have my head. So it looks like these two guys are chasing after him. I'll leave this to them for now. Dude, I don't envy those two. I must recuperate. Gallantmon, are you okay? Yes, I'll pull through. So if anybody was to take the punch there, it was probably Gallantmon with his big shield. But yeah, he's obviously injured for now. And here's Arata's voice. I see. I'm glad you're still fresh. What an ominous thing to say. Watch out, Gallantmon. You're too late. Oh my god, Arata with the fucking sneak attack on Gallantmon. Dude, where did he come from? He's fucking up here. Sorry, I'm getting a bit excited here. I'm going to now have to edit that as a voice adjustment, but Arata just fucking absorbs Gallantmon. What the fuck? Now you see. Oh, dude, it looks like he's hurting a little bit. So, this is the power of the Royal Knight. So, Arata obviously consumes Gallantmon, and it's not an easy feat. You know, you can't just fucking swallow a Gallantmon and expect to not have a bit of a constipation or whatever, indigestion at least. It burns. I'm overflowing with power. This is it. This is the power. This is what I was after. This. Are we going to have to fight Arata right here? Or is he just going to wander off? What's going on? Dude, no way did we just let him leave. He just fucking ate Gallantmon. Are we just going to let him swanny off? Tell me, what is this? Why is this happening? Somebody say something. Somebody please. We let Crusadermon slip away, and we were unable to restrain Examon, and I've lost my sworn friend Gallantmon. So yeah, things are looking a bit rough right now, I'm not going to lie. Wolfie, let's go back to the agency and regroup for now. Everyone is exhausted after fighting Examon. Dude, that wasn't even a fight. He's fucking manhandled us. Nokia's not too happy. Come on, Nokia, let's go back to the couch. Let's help the office. Chill out a little bit. Dude, that was pretty intense. Here we go. So, what we need to find out is what's going to change. What's going to change from now and between the Examon fight that we're going to be able to beat him. What are we going to have to develop? How are we going to overcome this? Because we are now one Royal Knight short, and if we can't beat him when we've got the full squad, how are we going to do it? Newscaster, the monster that suddenly appeared in Aiba, is currently flying over Tokyo, wreaking extensive havoc throughout the city. The government has issued a state of emergency, called in the armed forces, and urges extreme caution. As I feared, Examon is a grievous threat. I'm so sorry, we failed, says Nokia. Besides, all is not yet lost, says Kyoko. After analysing Examon's movements, I found that after a period of activity, he must then always go into a resting state. So here we go. This is why we keep Kyoko around. A massive digital wave must be needed to maintain the incredible amount of data Examon has. You're saying Examon has a terrible fuel efficiency? Something like that. And while it's resting, we should be able to access it via a digital line. If it's a digital line, then it must be under Crusadermon's control, right? Correct. I believe that by continuing to supply the digital waves, she's controlling the party-bugged Examon in much of the same way as the Eaters. If that is the case, cutting off the digital wave sought to weaken Examon. Cool. And here we go. We get our upbeat music for the first time this episode. All I can offer in return is some tasty coffee. Even the girls are like, nah, fuck that, mate. I'm out here. So, we now have the answer to the question that I just posed a second ago. We do have a way to get through the chink, or find the chink in the armor that is Examon. He obviously has a period of downtime, and that's how we're gonna beat him, basically. There is a place in Kowloon where the flows all overlap. I located this interchange. Are we gonna get to Kowloon level 5? That is where the digital waves flow into the digital line. I'm guessing it's a control point. And Miss Crusadermon would be there. This is a distinct possibility. Then I'm going, please, let me go. Yuko wants vengeance, man. She's thirsty for blood. It would be a better plan to wait for Omnimon and the others to recover from their battle with Examon while we gather the intel in the meantime. But I can see that I won't stop you. I shouldn't doubt you. After all, you proved your skills quite well when you acted as Yugo. Yeah, sure. She's got a couple of big-ass Digimon in there. We're definitely not going to, not bring that with us. Sure. The interchange is in the back of Kowloon level 5. It's a key location for our enemy, and our foe is none other than Crusadermon. So, basically what Kyoko's saying is buckle the fuck up, because things are about to get messy. Okay, Wolfie, let's meet in Kowloon. I'm counting on you. Dude, I'm so down. Let's go. My squad's ready. Is your squad ready? The YouTube crew are ready. Kyoko from the back of the office. My special herbal tea featuring a blend of 13 herbs that will help you relax. Oh god, 13 herbs. Dude, unless one of those is marijuana, we're not interested, because honestly, we don't need that. We don't need that right now. I'm not feeling particularly stressed right now. I think I'll pass, says Nokia. See you later. Dude, Nokia, don't just fucking bail on us. Don't leave us with the tea. No way are we going to accept this. Dude, that was ominous. Kyoko's so ominous. Alright, homies. We are here. I think we know exactly where we're going in the next episode. Now that I've just said that, I have checked the board and we have 5 new cases here, which I guess we will have a look a bit more at the start of the next episode. We have so much stuff to be getting up to when we come back, so I really look forward to that. I'm not going to drag out my outro today because our episode has went on for quite a while, especially with that kind of extra bit tacked on at the end there. But thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed the episode. Let me know down in the comments what you thought. Let me know what you thought about some of our new Digivolution changes as well. I kind of posed a couple of questions to you guys, so if you fancy talking about that, feel free. I always love hearing from you guys. And yeah, if all goes well, I will see you guys tomorrow, where we're going to continue this really intense part of the story. I will see you then.